Let me guess. You sit down to work, and within 5 minutes, you're already checking your phone. You promise yourself just one quick scroll. Then it's 5 minutes, 10, 20, and suddenly you're overwhelmed, behind on everything, and wondering why you can't focus like other people seem to. But what if I told you the problem isn't you? What if your brain is actually doing exactly what it was trained to do? And what if you could undo it, starting today? Most people think focus is about trying harder, but it's not. It's about understanding what's really happening in your brain and changing the way you operate from the ground up. And once you see what's been stealing your attention this entire time, you'll never look at your daily habits the same way again. Let's start with something simple. Your brain isn't built for focus, at least not the kind of focus we need today. Thousands of years ago, staying focused for too long could get you killed. Our ancestors had to constantly scan for danger, so our brains evolved to jump at every sound, every movement, every new stimulus. That's the default setting. Now fast forward to today. Every app, every screen, every notification, it's all fighting to trigger that same ancient part of your brain, and it's winning. Your attention is being pulled in 1,000 directions every single day. And the worst part, you've gotten used to it. You don't even notice how distracted you are anymore. So no, you're not lazy, you're overloaded. And step one to fixing it is to stop blaming yourself. Here's what's really happening when you try to focus. Your brain has a limited amount of attention, like a battery. Every time you switch tasks, scroll, check your phone, or even just think about something unrelated to your work, you drain that battery. The more you multitask, the faster it dies. And the worst part, every time you break focus, it takes your brain up to 23 minutes to fully refocus. Now multiply that by how many times you get distracted each day. Scary, right? So how do we fix it? Step one, start by creating a distraction-proof environment. That means turning off every notification that isn't critical. Put your phone in another room. If that feels impossible, ask yourself this. Do you want to protect your comfort or your future? Because you can't have both. Comfort keeps you distracted. Focus builds your future. Now that your space is clean, let's talk about your brain. Your brain needs time to warm up before it can dive into deep focus. Think of it like trying to sprint right after waking up. It's not going to happen. You need to give your brain a signal that it's time to work. That signal is a routine, a simple ritual that you repeat before every focused session. It could be something as small as making a cup of tea, stretching for 2 minutes, or writing down your top 3 goals. The routine doesn't matter. What matters is that it becomes a habit, a cue, a mental trigger that tells your brain it's time to lock in. Next, you need to time block your focus. Don't work for 3 hours straight. That's a fantasy. Use the 50/10 rule. Work for 50 minutes, then take a 10-minute break. Not 60, not 20, 50. Your brain can handle about that long before it starts to fade. And during those 50 minutes, eliminate every excuse to switch tasks. No emails, no tabs, no texts. One task, one focus. Now let's talk about your goals. Most people can't focus because they don't actually know what they're trying to do. Work on the project isn't a task. It's a cloud. You can't focus on something vague. Break everything down. Turn projects into steps and steps into action. Instead of saying, write the report, say, write the first paragraph. Instead of study, say, read one chapter. Specific tasks keep your brain from panicking and looking for an escape. But focus isn't just about your work. It's also about your energy. You can't stay focused if you treat your body like garbage. You need real sleep, not 5 hours and 2 coffees. Real sleep, 7 to 8 hours a night. You need water, not soda. You need movement. Get outside, walk, lift, stretch. If your body is sluggish, your mind will be too. No hacks, no shortcuts. And now we get to the hardest part, internal distractions. The thoughts in your head, the voice that says you're too tired, the urge to check one more thing, the spiral of overthinking that pulls you out of the moment. Here's what to do. Whenever that voice shows up, write it down. Literally. Keep a notebook next to you. When your brain says, check your messages, write it down. Check messages later. That simple act of writing slows your reaction and gives you control. You turn the impulse into a plan, and you stay focused. Eventually, your brain will stop fighting you. It'll learn that focus is normal, that deep work is what you do. But it takes time. Just like the gym, you won't get results in a week. But if you show up every day, if you protect your attention, build your environment, create your routine, and push through the discomfort, focus will become your superpower. And when that happens, everything changes. Your work gets better. Your goals stop feeling impossible. You start finishing what you start. You stop wasting your life in scrolls and tabs. You become someone people can count on. Most importantly, someone you can count on. But there's one last thing you need to know. You won't feel like focusing most days. You'll want to avoid it. And that's not a flaw, it's a test. Every moment you choose focus over comfort, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Every focused session is proof that you're not controlled by your impulses anymore. You're not just surviving, you're building something, brick by brick, session by session. So the next time you want to check your phone, pause, breathe, remember why you started, and choose to stay. If this helped you, hit subscribe because we're just getting started.